liver, heart, and a ruthless spark. These were the ingredients chosen to create the perfect striker. But yet we need to add another ingredient to the mix, the Champions League anthem. Thus, Erling Haaland was born. Together with some of the most amazing players in the world, he is breaking records and creating a legacy that may never be matched.
Erling Haaland's career has been insane. It's been goal after goal, record after record, trophy after trophy, and he's just 23. He's already achieved the numbers and had the career that many strikers would kill to have. What is Erling Haaland's secret? What makes him tick? What makes him different? How does he maintain the edge over his opponents? Wouldn't you like to know? Everyone knows Erling Haaland's story. Skinny kid with an incredible football talent, he was almost kicked out because of his weight, and then a drastic dietary change upturned how his whole body functions. He grew like a tree, and he added enough weight that at 16 he was already as strong and powerful as a fully developed adult. But it didn't stop there. When Haaland moved to Red Bull Salzburg after coming up in Norway, he had his sights set on one man: Cristiano Ronaldo, one of football's fittest men. Erling Haaland knew that his height, muscle mass, and speed needed to be optimized so that he could be better as a footballer, and he chose the ultimate specimen in football to emulate. First, it was his muscle mass. Haaland trained with a top-secret trainer over Zoom during the pandemic to help him build muscle. This was in addition to the training he was getting at his club. And in a year and a half, Erling Haaland added 8 kilos of muscle mass. That's about the weight of an average mattress. He got bigger faster, and everyone could see the changes. I took big steps there. I trained a lot more straight, and I trained on Zoom all year and last year with a guy I know. I took steps there, and I've specialized more in food. I've become faster and put on weight. There is nothing better than that, Haaland said in an interview. But that's not even the crazy part. While Haaland continued eating the liver and the heart of wild game, alongside staple favorites like grains, vegetables, and fruits, he worked hard to increase his muscle mass, speed, and strength without lifting a single weight. You see, gaining muscle mass is easier when you lift weights. That's why people love the gym, for the gains. But Erling Haaland proved that he could get as big, as ripped, or as lean as he wanted to without lifting a single weight. He worked out what was best for him with his top-secret trainer, who he still doesn't want to name to this day. Some people did not take no for an answer and exposed Lucas Krul, a celebrity fitness trainer who has worked with a lot of sports stars, to be Haaland's trainer. Haaland and Krul have not denied it, but it doesn't matter because the world gets to watch a fit Haaland destroy defenses and score amazing goals thanks to his strength and speed. But that incredible muscle growth is not possible without food. We already know that Haaland eats hearts and livers, but did you know that to maintain that amazing shape, he has to consume 6,000 calories a day? That's 23 Big Macs, or 33 pancakes, or 42 bananas, or 68 slices of toast, or 71 eggs. Imagine eating this much and still staying as fit, gaining as much as 8 kilos in a year and a half, and still being fast enough to outrun the best defenders. It's because of his incredible discipline. His teammate in Manchester City, Nathan Ake, says he's always the first to be at training and the last to leave. He's a machine, Ake says. He's been so important for us, an incredible talent, and only 22. He does everything off the pitch right, and to make sure that he's able to play every 3 days and perform at the highest level. Ake continues, treatment every day and always coming in early and leaving late to be treated really well. He does everything well. He's a top guy, and we just have to keep going now. If he continues like this, no one is going to stop him. Off the pitch, it shows how hard he works to make sure his body is always right and in the right frame. He gives everything to make sure his body is okay and he can perform like this. We know the talent he has. He's scored so many goals, and hopefully he can continue as long as possible. It doesn't end at physical training. Haaland also makes sure to get in some extra sessions. When Haaland was at Dortmund, he realized that most of his goals were with his favored left foot. Now that's a weapon of mass destruction if I've ever seen one, because when he unleashes, the sound of his leg hitting the ball echoes throughout any stadium. But in football, a striker will not find the time to shoot on target with his favoured foot. At least 60% of the time he has a chance for a shot. And because he's not so good at shooting with his right foot, he made up for it with extra sessions. When he was at Borussia Dortmund, he started to train with former Bayern Munich striker Alexander Zickler, who worked as assistant coach for the club. Haaland believed that Zickler was a good coach to teach him how to use his right foot better, because Zickler had won the UEFA Champions League, which used to be Haaland's dream trophy, until he won it with Manchester City. He also makes sure to stay constantly hydrated. Water is life, after all. The only other player who the world knows to be as devoted to keeping his body in top shape and working on his weaknesses this way is Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo was known for staying behind to practice shooting with his left leg, to practice jumping higher so he could get to crosses faster than defenders, and to practice bicycle, as if he didn't have enough amazing goals in his collection already. Now, Ronaldo has overcome all those weaknesses. 5 years later, and Haaland is still following in his footsteps. He probably visualizes himself winning multiple Ballon d'Ors like the man. Visualization, meditation. These two things are very important for the Manchester City striker. After chowing down on 6,000 calories, he puts his boy through the ringer. And then he follows all these up with meditation. Physical preparation is important, but if your head's not in the right place, there's no point. Haaland has a guru, Ivar Egya, who he calls Uncle Ivar. Uncle Ivar visits Haaland after a tough day and gets him to empty his mind. This blank landscape will now be for the visualizations of his life and career. Uncle Ivar has supported me well, Haaland said in an interview. We disconnect nicely together. It's about disconnecting as much as possible when I'm in the situation I'm in, and being ready when I need to be ready. When I'm not playing a game, it's important to switch off completely so that my brain can rest. It's a violent ride at times, and you need to be extreme in disconnecting and be extremely connected when you are connected. And then it's match day, the day when Erling Haaland takes to the pitch to destroy his opponents. First, he gets some sun in his eyes after being woken up by the Champions League anthem, which is his alarm tune and his major motivator. Next, he does some light training to get his blood boiling. And then finally, he eats a special plate of lasagna from his father, Alfie Haaland's personal cookbook. The man makes it for his son whenever he can, just so that his son can have his lucky meal before going to destroy some more opponents. Erling Haaland's secret formula is consistency and discipline in following a brutal routine to keep his body in top shape, and an insane diet to build the muscle that almost got him kicked out of the sport. He's playing the rest of his career as revenge to those who once called him too skinny for the game. Watch this video about Haaland's amazing numbers, and I bet you'll run to the next store to buy some liver for yourself.